Drop an amoeba into a jar of water, and you are looking at a single cell that manages every aspect of survival. Without external help, this one cell handles movement, food intake, gas exchange, and waste removal. Multicellular organisms take a different approach, grouping millions of cells into specialized clusters called tissues. By specializing, these groups achieve a much higher efficiency of function. Muscle cells focus on movement, while nerve cells focus on signaling. Both complex plants and animals utilize this division of labor, but their internal engineering reflects a massive evolutionary split. Their cellular blueprints are determined by whether an organism stays anchored in place or moves through its environment. The decision to hold ground or hunt for food dictates the microscopic architecture of every tissue in the body. Because plants cannot move to find resources, they must exist as upright, stationary structures. This fixed lifestyle requires a design focused on vertical support and a localized expansion. Plant growth is restricted to specific regions containing meristematic tissue. These dividing cells are localized at the apical and intercalary points, allowing the plant to lengthen its stems and roots from specific growing tips. As these new cells grow and mature, they undergo differentiation. They take on a permanent shape and size, eventually losing their ability to divide as they transition into structural components. To remain upright without a skeleton, plants rely on tissues like sclerenchyma, which makes up the hard husk of a coconut. These cells are dead at maturity, featuring thick, lignified walls that provide rigid structural support, despite having no internal living space. This stationary tower needs internal plumbing. Xylem and phloem are conducting tissues. Tracheids and vessels serve as vertical pipelines for water and minerals. While vessels move water, the adjacent xylem parenchyma stores food. This combination of localized growth and thick-walled dead cells allows the plant to hold territory and transport resources without the high energy cost of kinetic movement. Animals move to find food and shelter, a lifestyle requiring more energy than plants. This active locomotion means cell growth is uniform across the body, rather than being restricted to specific dividing zones. Because animals move through their environments, their boundaries require living, dynamic protection. Epithelial tissues form these barriers, covering organs and lining cavities with tightly packed, continuous sheets of cells. The structure of this epithelium changes based on its role. Outer skin uses many layers of stratified squamous cells to prevent wear and tear. In the lungs, where gas passes quickly, the tissue is a single, ultra-thin layer of simple squamous cells. To maintain this active body, connective tissues like blood use a fluid matrix to link different systems together. This blood delivery system carries oxygen and food to every cell while collecting waste for disposal, fueling the high energy demands of contracting muscle tissues. The animal body is engineered as a uniformly living engine, using flexible, permeable networks to facilitate constant motion. From the microscopic perspective, the complex names for these tissues, like parenchyma or squamous, can seem like a scattered list of biological parts. These categories reflect two divergent survival strategies. Every tissue type is an adaptation to a specific set of physical requirements, whether an organism is stationary or mobile. The rigid, dead walls of a plant allow it to hold ground and reach for the sun, while the flexible, living networks of an animal enable it to hunt and navigate. Both are functional responses to the constraints of their lifestyles. Observing the bark of a tree or the rise of a breathing chest, you are seeing billions of microscopic specialists fulfilling an evolutionary strategy.